Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to North Country Off Grid. I'm Chad. This is my wife, Shelby.
Hey guys.
So we want to do a video today to talk about another milestone, guys. We just celebrated our 20,000 subscriber video there a couple days ago. We got a new, pretty monumental. It's a big milestone for me. It's one of those things where it's like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
So we had a video hit 1 million views. That's incredible.
That is incredible. It's been a video that I don't feel like is a fair representation of our channel because we're off-grid homesteaders and we're this loving family that tries to be super positive, and that's like the one video where you've got to stand your ground and you've got to look after your property and things like that happen. So we wanted to tell you guys about it, educate you guys on some things that could happen with easements, and it's just been crazy how it's taken off.
Yeah, so 1 million views, like that's amazing. And if you guys don't know, we get these notifications, and it's just a constant like dinging of messages of people's comments and your screen flashing, and it's a lot, especially when you're climbing to 1 million views. It's kind of daunting, really. It's very busy.
Especially when I look down and like I'll be out doing something and then I look down at my phone and it's like, hey, beep and beeper.
Yeah, so guys,
and just a lot of rude comments. So that one has been like, ah.
Unfortunately, that was we've got like 3 trespassing videos, and they're the only ones we get negative comments about, really, and it's kind of surprising to me. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I will put a link in the description. You guys can go and check out that video. It was just a video about someone who came on our property and started telling us that they had rights there, and I thought to Shelby, I'm like, this is a great opportunity. Because we had just dealt with our easements and our right-of-ways. We had just closed on the property not long before that. So we just went over everything. And Shelby and I have gone over these before in our previous homestead that we have bought and sold. So I'm like, and we had issues over there too with easements and neighbors and things. So we're learning stuff. And I'm like, let's share with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, these are the kinds of things that we know because we've been through it. So let's share, and we took that opportunity to share, and unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, we're not used to the negativity. So when that negativity started rolling in, it was like, man, I just put a video out to try and help other people from possibly running into the same mistakes or, not checking.
Yeah.
When you should check, and if you don't know what you don't know. So
I have to say though, and I think that Chad even learned, I've watched other, reality shows or something, and people will be like, I learned from myself. I even learned from myself in a video where I was kind of talking snappy to Chad, and I didn't mean to be, but sometimes you can't hear yourself or realize how you're speaking. So I think that one thing that Chad pointed out a bunch and noticed is that he was spitting a bunch in that video.
Yeah.
And that is so gross. And so I think that when you're just like,
thanks, babe.
I think that when you're heated about something and you just you're passionate about it for good reasons, you don't realize what
it was actually
doing.
A combination of 2 things. One, I was walking and talking, and guys, it's actually kind of hard to walk and talk and get your story out. And 2, I was a little, my blood pressure was going. I was upset that this guy came onto our property. So my heart rate was going already. Then I'm walking and talking. And so, you kind of get, you're working out, you get cotton mouth, you got to spit. But I was doing it on camera. And somebody asked me very politely to never spit again.
and I don't think you have.
They said, I will watch your videos if you promise to never spit again on camera. And I said, I promise to never spit on camera, and I
think
kept
you
that
did
promise.
it. Yeah. And 2, I think a little bit before the whole easement thing had happened, when you go and you live out in the woods, and like we're tucked back here, we're not seen off of any main roads. It takes a while to get here. It's easy to get snowed in. Like, we're in the backwoods, I would consider. And so we're really used to being back here and feeling safe. And Also on guard if we need to
Safe
do
in our safe
anything.
place.
Well, and if we need to do anything to keep ourselves safe, we're ready to do that at all times too, being so far out. And so a little bit before that had happened, we had a guy just walk through our property, and it was really alarming because me and Chad were inside and we were discussing the tiny house build, and the kids were out playing close by, but out on our property in the dirt, and one was like over here and the other one was over here, and McKinley came up to the trailer, the travel trailer that Chad and I were sitting in, and she was on the stairs and she was talking to us, and all of a sudden a man walks right behind her, and that was like, what did we just see?
Yeah.
And that was so scary. Chad jumped up. We're armed almost all the time anyway, so he was able to just jump up and go to keep our family safe. Luckily, because gosh, that could have gone really bad if that guy was there to cause us harm, and that was his intent. So we've dealt with a trespasser and not knowing what their intentions were. And this was a bit of a different situation, but to see how aggressive he got so quickly with not even wanting to be neighborly or friendly or just have a conversation.
Which, you know, that was kind of a blessing in disguise, because somebody could come here and try to sweet talk their way into an easement, and, you know, me being the kind of guy that I am, you know, if you're polite to me, I'm polite to you as well. And of course, I'm going to be more apt to want to help you out.
Absolutely.
If you seem like a good person. That guy flipped the switch really quick and showed his true colors. And I had no intentions of doing him any neighborly deeds at all. In the first 2 minutes of dialogue, he threatened to take me to court. And all I had said is there is no easement running through my property, which I was right about, and I think he eventually found out where his easement was, because we haven't heard from him since, and it's going to be going on a year now here, and not too long. It was 8 months ago.
Yeah, it was 8 months ago. Yeah, crazy.
So, I mean, the whole idea behind this video anyway was just to teach people and to help people learn something. You know, we get contacted a lot about people wanting to move off grid, and these are just things you just don't know about.
Right.
Like, you just don't know about them unless you ask. And even we have gone to professionals, and asked them questions, and they have no clue because they don't deal with these off-grid properties with these remote access points. Like, we've got a weird easement that most people probably have never seen. You know, it's very rare. So, you know, these are just the things that Shelby and I have learned and we're able to share.
I am a real estate agent, and so it is my job to help advise my clients to look into all of this stuff, but things are very easily missed. And so I always lean on my title companies to do a really good job of helping explaining things. And also, you don't always know what to look out for until you're in a situation and you realize that that contract is very poorly written to cover that certain situation, because it's hard to plan and prepare for every single situation.
Well, and title companies will miss stuff too, because, you know, just like I've said, you don't know what you don't know. It's the same with title companies. There could be something the title company's not aware of, and that paper comes to light, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, that wasn't in there, but I guess this is legal. Yeah. So, you know, and then you get in title insurance.
Yeah, that's why you always go through a title company, and you always get title insurance. Even if you're not using a real estate agent, I recommend that you do. But even if you're not, then just make sure that you're going to go through a title company, because a handshake deal sounds all great and fantastic, but it's not always. So anyways, guys, that's why the video happened. We love being an off-grid homesteading channel. We love just being family focused and wanting to constantly better our lives, better our situation with our off-grid homestead that we've built by hand. We've got so many fun things in the work, including our big house build that's going to happen in the springtime. So excited for that.
I gotta say that that video, it's cool to get 1 million views. When you really think about that, 1 million people sat and watched me cry about some dude on my property. It's very surreal to, you know, you see that number of 1 million, but to know that, you know, 1 million people watched you do something. My only regret is that I wish I had been passing on a better message than, you know, just teaching people about easements and trespassing and, your rights and this and that. I wish 1 million people had seen, one of our other videos where we're, passing along a positive message or trying to, raise some positivity out there for other people and other people's lives.
Yeah, but at the same time, those kind of situations are real. So our channel is very real. So we're good about sharing our fails with you, our hardships, as long as with really highlighting our achievements and what we're working towards and all the things that we feel so blessed and thankful for. So, it's just part of life. That was one of our videos that wasn't the most positive message. But we got a bunch of you guys out of it. So thank you so much for you guys coming over and supporting our channel. To think that we just passed 20,000 viewers is crazy and so exciting. And thank you guys so much for being here. Our channel, I think, really focuses on the importance of just a good, strong knit family and what we're working towards with growing everything, with building everything by hand and just working towards being as self-sustained as we can be. I'm really looking forward to building a big garden and being able to produce a lot of our own food. We've got the big house build coming up. We've got
that's a good point that Shelby brings up, and it's kind of there's this. Basically, there were two mindsets on this video, and there were people who were like, listen, you bought it, it's your land, you're entitled to it. And then there's this other, smaller percentage that say, well, you should have to share that. Well, he needs something from you, so you should have to give it up. And I think, the mentality of coming out here and just wanting to be self-sufficient for ourselves, and we're not trying to leave society behind. We're just trying to take care of ourselves out here, our community out here, without having someone come in and try to take, a small piece of that freedom. This is our land. This is your land. Nobody should tell you what to do with it.
Yeah, I think that we live in a time that's more important than ever. So to hold on to what you work hard for and to continue to work hard for what you want are great goals, and which are great goals and some of the things that make America pretty darn awesome.
America. All right, guys. Well, we're done rambling about our 1 million views. We're excited about it. Yeah,
1 million.
It's fun. It's we're a year in the process. That video was 8 months of a process, and to see 1 million views is really cool.
It's insane.
We're gonna share it with
Never
you guys.
was something that we thought would happen when we got started. At least I didn't.
No, I kind of just started this whole thing thinking like, we're gonna reach like-minded people, and then for me, my biggest motivation was to show people an alternative to a life, society's life that is, to me, was very miserable. I didn't like it. So to be able to show people that there's, this alternative possibility way of life, that was my main focus, is just kind of spread the word.
Yeah, exactly. And we've gotten so much motivation and encouragement, and we've been inspired by so many of your guys' stories too. So it feels awesome to reach outside of our community, of the people around us, to find all of you guys. And we really appreciate you guys being here and loving on our family and always showing us support. We couldn't appreciate it anymore. So thank you guys so much for being here.
So if you guys are just joining us for the first time, if this is the first North Country Off-Grid video you're watching, please hit the subscribe button, follow along. You guys let us know what you think in the comments. If you guys have goals of moving off-grid, if you guys have any questions, you can ask in the comments. You can send us an email at northcountryoffgrid@gmail.com.
Yes.
We talked to quite a few people actually on email with questions about moving, buying, selling,
or just tips or information that they'd like to do. My Facebook email doesn't come in. I constantly get behind on it because I don't get notifications for it, and I'm not really sure how to change it. So going to the email is a lot better because Chad can help monitor those as well in case I've got too much going on and didn't know to check the other file. So if we haven't messaged you back on Facebook,
follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
What else are we on? Are we on Instagram?
I don't know.
Are we on Twitter? We should totally start tweeting. If you guys want North Country Off Grid on Twitter. You want to hear something once a day? Let us know.
Chad should do like a thought of the day every single day on Twitter.
I got to tell you, I'm very careful with my words and my message when talking to you guys because obviously I don't want to necessarily offend too many people. It's kind of one of those things where, you know, Mama says you got nothing nice to say, don't say it. So a lot of times I will be quiet.
And you have a really, Chad's sense of
maybe
humor
I'll tweet.
Is so funny. I'm constantly laughing. But if you don't know him, if you don't know his heart, you might get offended by some of the stuff he says. But I think it's hilarious. He's got the best heart, so I know that it comes from a good place.
Oh, thanks, baby.
Yeah. Can I tell them something, too? I'm going to tell him. He's going to tell me I can't. So I'm going to say it anyways.
Go ahead. I might have to
no,
edit this out.
You can't edit it out.
This might not be here. It might stop right here.
Nope. I might have to do that. No, I can't do the editing. Chad is learning how to do the banjo. Our little...
All right.
We're telling you guys.
That's out.
Chad... we live off grid, and right now in the winter time, we use it as our time kind of to relax from working hard all year round. But
although it's not relaxing because it's more, the chores take much longer in the winter time.
Yeah.
We try to build less, although we're right now currently in the middle of a build. And if you guys want to watch us put up a blacksmithing shop, you can go to the playlist and watch that series of videos.
Yeah. So this winter is kind of the exception. We're not really slowing down too much.
We don't ever.
We do slow down in the sense that our days are a lot shorter.
Yeah.
And being off grid, we're definitely on God's time. So we wake up earlier and we go to bed a lot earlier, or we at least stop working a lot earlier because there's no sun.
Which leaves us with a lot of evening time in the cabin.
And being off grid, we'll play a lot of board games, card games, just do things as a family, read books. And so it's been such a fun new addition to hear Chad learning how to play the banjo, and he's getting better and better every single day. And it's just one of those things where I grew up watching Little House on the Prairie and watching Pa play his, what was it? Fiddle.
Yeah.
He'd play his fiddle and everybody would just stand around and genuinely be so entertained and impressed by the entertainment that they were getting, because there wasn't an option to go run off into the room and watch a loud cartoon or something that was a lot more exciting. That was genuinely so exciting,
because you know your day is so simple.
Yeah.
You know, it was just out working, and then here's this extraordinary event that is an instrument being played.
Yes.
You know, whereas now that extraordinary event is like turning on the TV or, you know, listening to music or something else.
The simple things are not as entertaining as the entertainment that we have nowadays. So when you can kind of scale back and really enjoy the simple things and just have it be such a blessing, it makes it so much fun. Like, it's just a blessing to hear Chad play his banjo.
Try to, anyway.
And it's fun because it's fun to remember how he started out, and then, like, how he'll get frustrated because, you know, it's not always the best lighting. So he's trying to learn and he can't even see all of his strings without seeing shadows around him.
Or the candlelight's hitting the strings, so there's now 10 strings instead of 5.
Yeah, it's fun. And then it's really encouraged our little girl. She's asking Santa for a banjo so she can learn how to play the banjo with Dad. So
I'll tell you guys, since Shelby brought it up, I was not going to bring it up. You guys will not be seeing any banjo playing for a while anyway, but the reason I decided to start playing an instrument, I have never played a musical instrument in my life ever. I don't know how to read music. I don't know anything about music. But and this concept sort of flows throughout my life anyway, is I wanted to do something and challenge myself at something that I really thought that I could fail at, because I'd never played music before, you know, so I'm 33 trying to learn a musical instrument. And I know it's going to take a long time and dedication, and I'm going to have to work at it. And I know that a lot of times when I do something and I'm not good at it, or I'm not finding success at it in the beginning, it really upsets me because I'm fairly used to getting stuff and then I'm good at it.
It's annoying.
And And so I really wanted to
It's true,
challenge myself to do something to better myself and to try and make myself fail at something, which has been driving me to practice every single day, which has been pretty cool.
I love that. I love whenever you are just setting your mind to something and challenging yourself, because it's just fun to constantly like grow and develop your skills. And it's annoying because he's already super good at playing the banjo.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's working on it. But here's the cool thing, guys, is I'm actually watching a instructor on YouTube. So I'm able to sit and watch my phone in the evening time and have a YouTuber teach me how to play on YouTube.
Which
so
is so
it's
cool.
kind of, yeah, it's just like YouTube is just this great atmosphere if, you know, used in a positive light. It's a really cool thing where people are coming together and sharing information and knowledge.
Yeah, to grow your skills.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So,
I love it.
So with that, guys, too, you know, you've been following, you know that we are building a blacksmithing shop. I have not blacksmithed anything in my life. I've seen it done. I've watched it done. I know the value it would have to us out here on the homestead. I know the value it would bring to my woodworking products as well. So it's something I'm going to set out to do. And I mean, one of the cool things about bringing it to you guys is I have to succeed at it. I'm not going to give up now that you know about it. So Shelby threw me under the bus. I definitely have to learn the banjo now.
Well, I love it. And I feel like it's even bigger than that in the way that we live in a time where if you need something, you go to the grocery store. If you want to eat something, you go to the grocery store. And if we're not careful, the skills of making your own tools and your own food and all of those things could be forgotten. So
well,
it's important.
It's no secret that those skills are being forgotten.
Yeah.
The majority of agricultural workers, farmers are growing up. They're farming and they're sending their kids off to college who are getting degrees in something else and leaving the farm. And these farms are starting to diminish. The farmer, the rancher is beginning to decline. Mm-hmm. Blacksmithing is a trade that I don't think most people set out to do because it's very hard to make any money at blacksmithing whatsoever. From what I've seen, it's generally just hobby based unless you found a demand somewhere. But people aren't going out and getting a degree in blacksmithing and then making a wealthy career out of it. It's a trade that for us comes in really handy. To be able to make your own nails, brackets, hinges, tools.
And not let generations to come to not know how to do that too, So
and without YouTube, I wouldn't know. I don't know anyone who blacksmiths. I have nobody to go to here in town that I know of that I can go and learn from. I don't have a family member that used to do it that I can, be under their tutelage. I've got to learn from YouTube, which is great. So that's where I will be learning my chops.
Yeah, I love it. And too, even with our pigs, we often will make mistakes or not know what we're doing because we weren't raised by farmers.
Often.
Well, okay, sometimes. But you know what? We're not afraid to make mistakes because what we're doing, we're passionate about and we're excited about, and it means a lot to us. And we're excited to pass this knowledge on to our kids and our grandkids and make sure that these simple traditions of producing your own food and being in control of your own health and kind of just living a simpler life to enjoy the simple things.
Yeah, and it's nice to know that, growing up, my kids will see Dad out pounding away on an anvil and they'll see Dad building everything. And they're usually very involved in that stuff. And I can see all of them taking interest in the blacksmithing. I think pounding hot metal and watching sparks fly is, I think everyone wants to kind of get in on that. So that'll be fun to see, which of my trade skills, which of Shelby's skills the kids will sort of pick up on and then maybe follow or pick up on and excel in.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to watch over the years.
Or at least at the very least, have that be a skill that they can tuck in their pocket and know that they know how to do it.
Yeah.
And hopefully they pass it on, because I just think passing things on from generation to generation is so important.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the 1 million views and all of the support, all of those thumbs up, the comments, guys. Thank you for supporting our channel. We really do appreciate it. We love hearing from you guys. So please drop a comment down in the comment section. Let us know what you're thinking. We love to talk to you guys here about it, and we always try to respond. If we miss you, it's because you just get buried in the chat. But we try to respond to everybody because it's kind of our way of showing respect to you and acknowledgement for taking your time to spend with us.
Yeah, thanks for watching our coffee chat. I know that our last chat that we tried to do live was blurry and just a huge mess. So thanks for sticking in there
Off-grid
for
problems.
us. We probably won't be able to do too many live chats until the weather gets a little bit nicer, but we will be doing our coffee chats because we love getting to know you guys better with these fun conversations, and it's fun to kind of just speak our mind. And one last thing that I'll kind of leave it on is these are our traditions and our values that are important to us. We're not judging in any way, shape, or form or think that everybody should live like us. We just enjoy it, and we like that you guys like to hear about what we've got going on. So thanks so much for being here, you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.